apologetics seeks to give credible answers to curious questions.
So, Joe, are the legal codes oppressive to women that we see in the Old Testament?
So I remember the first time I went to India and there were all these horns honking when we were on the road. I remember being terrified and thinking, these people are full of road rage. And then I saw a sign on the back of a lorry going past that said, honk horn, please. And suddenly it clicked for me that I was reading the whole culture wrong. I thought people were angry and aggressive. Actually, they were being polite and telling each other that they were overtaking on the road. And that's just a small example of what happens sometimes when we come to the Old Testament. We make all kinds of cultural assumptions about an ancient world that actually we don't know very much about, but the more you dig into the ancient historic culture, the more we understand that actually far from these codes being intended to be oppressive towards women, actually they're there for the protection and honoring of women. Let me give you one example. Deuteronomy 21, it talks about the treatment of female prisoners of war, and we read that and we flinch, but actually when you get into the text, what's it saying? It's saying rape is not okay in ancient Israel. It's saying if a man desires a woman, then he has to wait a full month after the battle to make sure he's not doing anything out of lust and to give her time to grieve her old life. If he still wants to marry her, he can, but only if he takes her as a wife. And in that way, she's given full family status in the Israelite community. And then if it doesn't work out, then actually he has to treat her as a wife, not as a slave, and he can't sell her on. She is set free. So it's hard for us to understand that code, but actually in an ancient context, far from this being about dishonoring women, it's about trying to protect and care and honor them in a culture that's messy and bloody and difficult. But the intention of the God of the Bible is always to elevate and care for women as far as possible in that tough ancient world.
I love it. And even like in India, the first time I went there, I thought, boy, this is a bizarre culture. And even the Bible can seem bizarre. But we just have to get into what's going on in the context to understand it. Thank you for that answer.
I want to encourage you to be a part of our team at the 1 Minute Apologist, where you'll get exclusive access into monthly webinars that I will do with those who are a part of the team, and you can send in your questions, and we have an opportunity to dialogue together about some of the questions that we don't get to tackle in our time together week to week through podcasts or through the videos. So I hope that you'll join. Go on over, if you will, to YouTube or to the 1minuteapologist.com in order to find out more information.